hope you guys had an amazing Sunday, an amazing Easter if you celebrate, and just an all-around amazing weekend. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of a different video for me. I'm going to try to speak up a little bit because I've been getting actually several comments saying that I speak too low and that my music takes over and sometimes you can't hear me. So I'm going to try to speak up. It's not natural for me to speak really loudly, so I'm going to try to just speak a little louder and then bring the music a little lower. Okay, so today's video is about makeup products that I bought and never used. I don't know why I didn't use them. There's no particular reason. I just didn't. So, well, the very first thing, it's not a makeup product. It's a makeup tool. That's the Sonia Kashuk sponge. And the reason why I never used this is because when I wet it, it was so hard. I'm used to like really squishy sponges. Like this is dry and look how squishy it is. Like it's literally so soft, and this one is so dense and hard. So I guess I just automatically assumed that I wouldn't like it. I purchased it because Mel Thompson loves this sponge. So yeah, she made me do it. And so that's what we're going to be using to apply the foundation that I bought and never used, which is the IT Your Skin But Better CC Plus Oil-Free Matte Poreless Finish Full Coverage Cream Plus Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum Plus SPF 40 Broad Spectrum Physical Sunscreen Foundation. That was a mouthful. The girl at I've had this for probably a few months now. The girl at Sephora, oh my gosh, this is probably not even my color anymore. It is so dark. This is probably my summer color. Oh, great. The girl at Sephora was like just raving about how great this is. That's kind of what it looks like. I don't know. We're going to try it anyway. I don't know how much I need because I've never used it. She was just saying it's just such a great foundation, that it just goes on so well. I've already primed and prepped my skin. I have a feeling that this is definitely going to be too dark, which I'm right, and hopefully if it oxidizes, it's going to be even worse. And we're going to have, actually in person, it's not that bad. Okay, so I'm going to use the Sonia Kashuk Rock to apply my foundation. This just makes me laugh because I literally don't know why people like this sponge. It is so hard. It's not comfortable. It's not soft. It's not, literally it doesn't even bend. Like it's just, why do people like it? But the girl at Sephora was like, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's like I'm punching myself in the face. The girl at Sephora was raving about this foundation, and she was just saying that it's just like so good and it's just like the best thing since Botox, and I was just like, okay, I'll try it. And so she got me to purchase it. And then I put it away and just like completely forgot about it. And I was going through my makeup stuff upstairs and I was like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot I even freaking had that. So let's try. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I have a ton of makeup that I have purchased and never used. So we're gonna do a full face of makeup I purchased and never used. So far, I can tell you the foundation looks really pretty, actually. Other than that hair on my face. I don't like this sponge. I still don't. I feel like it's leaving little dots on my face, and at the same time, it's kind of lifting up the foundation. This is just so hard that it's almost uncomfortable to use. Like, it doesn't feel good. And and it's so big. I'm getting like an arm cramp. This thing is just, it's too much. It's a beautiful sponge. I mean, she did an awesome job making it look like aesthetically pleasing. But I don't really feel like it's doing anything better than my Juno & Co. sponges, or my new favorite sponges are from ColourPop. I don't know. You guys can tell me what you think if you use this kind of a sponge and you like it. I just think that it's too dense, it's too hard. It doesn't feel nice. And I like sponges that make it feel nice. I mean, your makeup routine is supposed to be enjoyable, right? Okay, so I don't have a concealer that I bought and don't use, right? Actually, I do, which it's not because I don't like it. It's just because I just don't reach for it, which is my Jeffree Star concealer. But I like it. I really, really like it. I just don't. It's upstairs, so I never remember to bring it down here. So we're going to just use my regular one. And then we're going to go back to using the rock. I remember mentioning to Mel too, I'm like, how can you like this sponge? It's like a rock. And she's like, well, maybe you got a bad one because mine is so soft. And I'm like, soft compared to what? A rock? A stone? A brick? Like, I don't get it. And then it's so fat. Like, how can you get into these places? You have to squeeze this thing and put like your muscles into it. Like, it's just not pleasant to use. And there's just so many sponges that are either more inexpensive or just work better that I don't know why you would choose this one over Juno & Co.'s their black one and their white one. Their cloud one, I don't know what they call their black one, but the white one is called the cloud sponge, I think. And then now this foundation is actually looking really pretty. It went over because the only place I really have an issue with pores is on my nose, and it went over my pores so beautifully. Only thing is when I just did that to move my nose over, it completely lifted up my foundation. It did not stay. Okay, so that's that. This could be a paperweight, probably hold down a whole house. The next thing that I purchased that I don't use is, oh, that's a lie. I thought it was something else. Okay, well, I didn't bring down another contour, so I'm gonna just use it anyway. Clearly I use this. I love Huda Beauty's contour, but I have a different color upstairs, and that's the one I don't use. Actually, why did I just do this? The other product that I bought and don't use is a Huda Beauty product, and it's right here. I do love the Tantour. Let me tell you, this is fantastic. And you actually a little goes a long way. Obviously, I don't know what I just did to my cheek. But it blends so beautifully, and it dries down on top of any foundation so nicely. So if you're looking for a nice bronzer / contour, this will be the one you should probably give a try. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh wait, I have to get my triple chins. Ever since I had my son, I have been so unable to lose any weight. But then again, I really haven't been to the gym. I was a gym junkie before. If you guys follow me on Instagram and you go further down, you will see that that's where I lived before my son. But I don't have the time to do that now. And they're closed. Right now they're closed. So Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these creases like blended out. Okay, so the other thing, oh my gosh, it got my eye, that I bought and never used was her powder. Literally, I opened it and I never used it. I smelled it and I was like, what in the... And then on top of that, look how much comes out of this thing. Like, I was just like, you have to be kidding me. Why? But everyone keeps saying that it is the best for under eyes. But we're going to see how well this works for fine lines and wrinkles, because everyone's like, oh, that's the best powder for baking. And so, because it fills in everything. Okay, well, if this is spackle, I will use it. I just wasn't, once I smelled it, I was like, okay, this is too much. Like, I don't know. She threw a whole perfume bottle in here. What happened? Huh. Oh my gosh, am I gonna be eating my words? Because this actually looks really pretty. It does look a little teeny bit dry when you get close up, which I'm not used to with my under eyes because I don't have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles. One, I get Botox here and then here and here. So this prevents me from squinting and creating more wrinkles here. And then this creates, prevents me from wrinkling my eyebrows. And then this obviously crow's feet. But to be perfectly honest, I actually don't think that it looks horrible. And it feels really smooth. The only thing is I feel like, I don't think you guys can see it because my ring light is pretty bright. It darkened my under eyes quite a bit. But the powder itself, I don't really mind. I feel like it's very finely milled and it feels really, really soft. So, that one's a maybe. Okay, so I don't have a primer. Oh wait. This was like my dumbest purchase of the year award. So I bought it because the packaging is like so pretty. How dumb is that? And this is what is inside. If I can even open it. Oh. So I swatched it and I put it away. So I do like cream products. Obviously, I use a cream highlight or a cream bronzer and a cream contour. This literally is not cream. This is oil and grease. I don't know who has made this work for them. It doesn't dry down. It lifts up your makeup when you try to put it on. I had a little bit of foundation on my hand. Okay, so yes, this is just too oily. It's not going to set down. It's going to stay very, very tacky on your skin. Is it beautiful? Absolutely. I think it's a stunning palette. I literally feel like I'm sticking my finger in petroleum jelly. So I don't understand like what, who can use this and go on with their day without it, one, separating, or two, traveling and moving around their face. So I know this is supposed to be a full face of products I don't use, but I really don't want to put that on my skin. Maybe I'll use the highlighter shade just to, at the tops of my cheeks. And I'll use it with my Sonia Kashuk sponge since I'm about to throw this away anyways. And I don't really care if I get whatever on it. So I'm gonna put that at the high points of my cheeks. Okay, which did absolutely nothing, and I dug into it pretty deep. You see nothing. I see nothing. Okay, and so now I see it when I do it with my finger. It's a lot of work in order to get this to be nothing. This was just a stupid purchase, and it was a stupid idea from whoever works in ours. Only because there's a way to formulate a cream. This is a good way to formulate a cream. This is not. This is literally like oil with color. I'm gonna have to put it on the other side, because if I put a highlighter on the other side, it's gonna sit differently. So now I have to be greasy on both sides of my face. I mean, let me know if any of these things that I'm not feeling are things that worked for you. Let me know. I mean, I would love to know if you were able to make these work, and you have some tips and tricks for me. Because I mean, I bought them, I have them, and I might as well use them. All right. So the other thing I bought and haven't used is the Alamar blush. But I think I have some other things here first. Hold on. And I do. What is this here? Okay, so I have actually 2 face palettes that I purchased and never, 3 that I purchased and never used. So one of them is the MAC palette. It is the Ignite Wonder Face palette. Looks like this. I bought it because the packaging was just absolutely stunning. The salespeople that worked at MAC are like, they should sell cars because they are so good at making you think you need the products. It is a beautiful palette. The thing is that they have highlighting palettes that are 20-30 times better than this, and so this is literally like, there's just nothing special about this palette. There's nothing. They don't go on the way I just swatched. They are very light. I know it doesn't look like that, but that's a swatch. It's not what you would use with a brush, and so I just didn't ever use it. I bought it because I got sucked into one of their events that I got invited to, and then once I purchased it and got it home, I was like, did they really talk me into buying that? I haven't bought the eyeshadow palette. I should have brought that too, because I've never used that either. The colors are so lackluster. They don't even show up on your skin. Maybe on someone with really light complexion, they don't show up on me, period. So the other, oh, actually there's 4. Okay, so the other product that I never used was the bronzer by Cover FX. Bronzer Duo Matte and Shimmer, which is so funny to me because this does not look matte to me. There is a sheen to the matte side. You can see that right there. This is not matte, but we're gonna use it anyway. We're gonna go in with my Royal Lean Nickel. I only had to look because this is a newer brush to me, and just kind of bronze up the face. Oh God. And there's actually no particular reason why I didn't use that. I actually just forgot I had it. And unfortunately, when you have a lot of makeup, you really forget that you have things that you do. The blushes that came in this line are beautiful. But I did purchase 1 or 2 of them, and I don't use them either. They're just not something that I reach for. And for those ones, there's no real particular reason. I just don't. But my issue, I guess I do have a small issue with this, is why would you put a highlighter bronzer in here? Like, who's highlighting their bronzer? Unless it's summertime and you're like doing your décolleté and all of that stuff. Like, what? Okay, because it's kind of, this is sticking. Okay, so let's go back to this foundation for a minute. It is not setting down. The highlighter I used from NARS is literally sitting on top of my skin, and it looks like there's a line here where I put it. So I wonder, that CC cream is supposed to be matte. So that means it sets down, right? Well, it's not. So let's go in with this and see how much older I can make myself look today. I'm going for like 60. Maybe we can get there. Gosh, this stuff is going everywhere. Okay. I feel like I'm putting perfume on my face. Oh. But people love it. So they just keep saying, my face is still tacky. They just keep saying, if you can get past the smell, you're gonna love it. So we're gonna see if that's true. I think that's why that powder was sticking. So that's not the powder's fault. We're gonna try that again. Okay, I'm set now. I'm not here to bash products just to bash them. I forgot to put the lid on this. Please. I think that was the sole of the powder just left. We're going back to the Cover FX bronzer just to warm up my face. God knows I need it because my face is pale as shit. Okay. It's still sticking and my face is so set. Like, it is literally, my brush is gliding. It isn't sticking. It is not. Okay. So so far I'm not really liking the Cover FX bronzer at all. That highlighter actually lifted up the foundation from my nose, from the NARS. That was like the dumbest purchase ever. I swear I'm not the only one, right, that bought that. This I have never put my freaking hands on. I bought two because I thought it was so beautiful, and I just kept on hearing everybody talking about how great it is and how it's just like you can use it for everything. And so I purchased it, and then I had heard a rumor. Okay, that's pretty. It's Virgo. It's the highlighter that's in this. Wow, that is pretty. Okay, so I'd heard that this her products go that they sell out pretty quickly, and so if you want them, you have to put or get on it. I'm gonna use this one for the blush, which is called Andromeda, and I'm using my IT brush, which is not my favorite because it goes out kind of far, so it doesn't help with precision application. I'm gonna mix them with Andromeda and Pinwheel. Okay, I can kind of see it. I love Linda Hallberg's stuff. It's more, I like it more because it is beautiful, not because it performs well, because I can't attest to the performance of her products because I haven't used them. I buy her eyeshadow quads because they are literally like a work of art. So when I look at myself in the mirror, I can't see the blush. But when I look in the viewfinder, my camera, I can. And I can also see how my bronzer just stuck right there. And I do not have a problem with my Huda Beauty Tantour doing that. So maybe it didn't blend it out right. I don't know. This isn't looking very good today. Okay. Alright, I don't have an eyebrow product that I have purchased and did not use. Oh, but I do have some more blush products that I purchased and didn't use. I can't use them obviously because I already have a whole bunch of freaking blush on. But I wanted to show them to you. So I purchased a Chanel blush, which is not cheap, that I never used, which is 370 Elegance. And it looks like this. I don't know why I haven't used it. It is beautiful. I actually think that it probably will not show up on me. The sales lady had convinced me that it's going to be the most stunning blush. I'll never need another one. Do you see it? I don't. And then there was one more. Oh. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I have tried like 4 different products from Honest Beauty and none of them work for me. I bought this and I don't know what this is supposed to be. A highlighter, a finishing powder, illuminizing glow powder. Okay, let's look greasier. Let's try this. As you can see, I've never touched it, like other than just right now. Okay, so I think this is supposed to be like a illuminating powder, kind of like Hourglass's ambient powders, which actually doesn't look too bad. I bought a blush from Honest Beauty that I thought was horrific. And I literally waited weeks for that blush because they were sold out. I was like, I mean, I don't care. It's not a big deal. I'm not gonna die. I'm not sitting by my mailbox crying. But I was like, someone had just finished showing it on their YouTube channel, and I think it was Tati Westbrook. And so I thought, oh, well, I've never tried anything from that brand. I actually had never even heard of that brand. So I wanted to try it. And yeah, I love Jessica Alba. She was not it when it came to that blush. So I actually ended up throwing it away. I'm going to put some of the Alamar blush on because I feel like I need some more. And I'm going into the middle shade. If you watched me, you know I love my blush. Well, there goes my Sonia Kashuk sponge. It just ran away. The other product that I bought, I never used, is Marc Jacobs Omega Glaze All Over Foil Luminizer. I'm like, I think that, like, I might just be dumb. Or I'm just like, I fall for all the gimmicks. Okay, so this is what the palette looks like, which is beautiful. Beautiful. This is what the inside looks like. This will not work for my skin tone. It's too dark. I knew that. And I bought it anyway. Let's put it on. Why not? So it looks very pretty. I don't know if it's going to come across the way to you that it looks to me, but it is very obvious. Like, it's not like that soft glow. It's a very, like, I have a bronze streak on my cheek, and I don't like that. So I don't know why I bought this. I even went into Sephora and swatched it and was like, oh yeah, I want it. I'll take 2. Like, so stupid. I was a sucker for the packaging, and that was it. Okay, so we've got primer on. The 3 palettes that I purchased that I never used are one, the Huda Beauty Neon Palette. I actually have never used any of them. I bought all three. The Violet Voss palette. Okay, I never used this, but obviously my daughter did. And my Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade palette. I don't know what it was about this palette that I liked, but I just didn't use. The only color I actually did use was this one, because she claims on her Instagram that you can use this as an under eye powder, which I did not find worked for me. It's too white. So literally once that happened, I just left this whole thing alone. Not that it's not beautiful. I love it. Obviously I kept it, or I would have just thrown it away or given it away. It's pretty. So maybe for the summer, I'll get some use out of it. Let me put this back up. I'm going to actually use the Violet Voss Pro eyeshadow palette, just because I honestly have not used this. And I'm like so curious because a lot of people really, really love it. So I'm going to go in with Crystal, which is the lightest shade in here, which looks like this. Ooh, should I? I don't even know. What kind of look should I do? Actually, we're going to do a light cut crease. Not cut crease, but kind of like a halo eye, just because I feel like it. So we're going to go in with, I think to start off with, we're going to go in with Bestie, which is this kind of like a nude color that's the same color as my finger. But we always know my hands are darker than my face. So I'm liking this. All right, I'm gonna go underneath with Bestie and this color called Transition, which looks like that. Which they all, that's the one thing, is they all seem to look the same when you swatch them. They don't really change color. Okay, we're going with Are You Kidding Me? Because those ones didn't really show up a lot. Okay, we're going to go with something darker because that's like, I cannot see it. So we went in with Teddy Bear, which is this dark color at the end. Okay. All right, guys, I don't have lashes or anything that I purchased that I'm not using. I actually do have some lashes that I purchased and I'm not using, but I didn't bring them up here because they're like literally, they make me look like I have caterpillars on my eyes. So I've never used them. I forgot. They're beautiful, but they're too bushy. When you put them on your eyelid, they literally look like a bush. So we aren't using those ones. I will be back with my eyes done. I am back. I'm wearing just Ardell Wispies, and we're gonna talk about my thoughts on all the products. I think the foundation was okay. I would not say that it is an actual matte foundation. I would say it's more of a natural matte. It does not say that it's a natural matte, but it did not set down, so I had to set it with the powder. I do like the Huda Beauty powder. I think that it went on nicely. It actually did help with the fine lines and wrinkles underneath my eyes. More so than another powder. I wouldn't say that it made it, look like there aren't any, but it just left my eyes looking a little smoother than some other powders. I liked the by Linda Hallberg. It's a great palette. It really, really is. You can do pretty much anything with this palette. She has another one that's for darker skin tones. I might want to try that one just because these are really light, and I think they're made more for light to medium skin tones, which I would say that I'm more medium to. I'm not saying I'm deep, but I am definitely darker than this, and these blushes didn't show up, so I had to use a different blush from a different line. I think we know how I feel about the NARS palette. It's oily as crap. It goes on horribly. This should have been recalled and thrown into the dump. It's just not, I mean, I guess maybe for like a runway show where their faces are supposed to be oily looking, but we are regular people that don't want our face like looking greasy and having a fly stick to our freaking highlighter because it's so sticky. The Sonia Kashuk sponge, I think we kind of know how I feel about that. I think we know that it's just too hard for me. I'm used to softer sponges. This kind of, I felt like it lifted up my foundation a little bit. It's too dense. It literally is too dense. I don't know. Am I the only one that feels that way? Because everyone I see talking about it loves it, but I don't like it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Because I didn't use anything else. I had another product up here that I didn't use. I bought, but I never used, which is the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Palette Highlighter. I bought it because I thought the container was pretty, which is like the stupidest reason to buy anything. But I mean, it is pretty. I bought it and I literally never used it. So it is really, really pretty though. So I'm gonna have to give that one a try because I think that it would be worth it. Because I really enjoy his eyeshadow palettes. They're the best. All right, guys. Well, this was the final look that I came up with. Oh, and I really, really love the Violet Voss palette. This is great. The pigmentation is beautiful. Definitely should have picked this up and started using it sooner. But other than that, I think that everything else seemed to work out pretty well. And I'm happy with the look that I came out with. And yeah. All right, guys, I hope that you have a wonderful day, fantastic week, and a marvelous month. And I will see you in the next one.